Hello folks, I'm going to show you how I set up my Studio 64, how you can add different devices and stuff for your Ecamm Live software. So right now I'm just going to take you between each different camera that I have set up. So this is the Panasonic S5 II with 14 to 28 millimeter. This might be the 2X, I don't know. But they're about the same camera, only the 2X has more features. But as you can see, that's my overhead. This is a Panasonic S9. It's a midnight blue color. This is either the S5 2X or S5 II with the Sigma, I think, 23 millimeter. Okay. And let me take a look real quick. Just make sure. I have no idea. But it's a 1.4, okay? It might be a 24 millimeter, I'm sorry. Here is a 50 millimeter f1.8 Lumix on the other crimson red S9, okay? Now, I put a blanket down there. My dog doesn't like sleep in there all the time, especially if it's rainy or cold. She needs some protection, so she starts grabbing rugs and anything and make a pile, and then she'll sit on it. So I put this thing down, and she slept there all last night. And let me show it to you. And what it was a wrap for my departed wife, and so I just put it down on the floor, and she loved it. So here's one of the first webcams. This is built into the LG Ultrafine 5K, wide field of view. If you want to add, let's say if you don't have a monitor like this, this is only 1080p, okay? But you can add a Logitech Brio 4K, but there's a problem with this. You notice that I'm frozen? So if I unplug it, and I plug it back in, see, now it works, okay? Now you'll see some light flickering and stuff like that, but this is a 4K. And the reason why I added this right here is, let's say, show you a product. Wide field of view, okay? So if I don't want to use the product overview table, or product review table, I should say, right here, I can just bring you down to the LG Ultrafine. Okay. It's not as clear as quality, but I can still do this. I can still zoom. And you can see a lot of noise now. Okay. So it's not as good as the 4K. So I said, well, why not just put that 4K Logitech Brio on? And you see what happens? So once it goes away, it freezes. And what's frustrating is you have to unplug it, plug it back in, and now it works. That's the only thing I see wrong with this. I did not have to load any software for the Mac OS. And if I come over here to the review product table, I'm going to go to options, live demo mode. Now you can see everything that I'm looking at. So right here is my Camlink 4K. That's number one. And I could zoom it. And if I'm zoom, I can go like this, move around, show something worthwhile. I finally got this straight. And I'll show you a different part. But this is my product review table. It has the 14 to 28 millimeter lens. Right here is what you're seeing me now. And like I said, you can zoom. And I can move the window right here. The only thing I did was I turned the saturation down 15% because I look too orange, okay? Just a simple fix in the software, or the program that I'm using. And I may not be as white, but it's close enough. If you get close, it looks reasonable. Some people like a little bit more red tint to it. So, they can add a little bit like this, a little color. The temperature, they can go like this. They can go cooler. You can do many different things with this program. And of course, the brightness and all that. And if I reset it here, this is how I look. Now, you can see some red and stuff, but I don't know. I don't think I look like that, all right? And I think it's the lighting. So if I were to go just to the saturation, so here's a -5, okay? So it's a lot better than that. If I go to -13, it's probably the best, but I put like 15 right there. So see, it doesn't change much. When I go back and forth, I may look a little bit pale. I can always add a little tint to it, a little red. And then I look a little bit better, okay? See, that's too much. So, you have to play with it, too yellow. So I could add 15 on that too. And yeah, that's more reasonable, okay? Yeah, I'm a stickler to. And then if you want to add a little saturation, or gamma, I should say. So you give it a little bit more depth. See, that's too dark. Give it like a 5. Just a little more character. So you can see some highlights being brought out. That's what you do. You make yourself presentable as much as possible. I'm going to go back to 0. And take it from there. And you can bring a little bit. Yeah, I might just leave it there. Okay. Enough of that. So this is for the puppy. I got that 24 millimeter f1.4. I got the 14 to 20. No, I got the 50 millimeter f1.8 for that one. This is the 14 to 28 millimeter. And then on the LG Ultrafine, it's 1080p, but I can show some wide view shots. I can also zoom in. But then you see a lot more noise back here. So that's why I leave it a wide field of view. And I don't usually use this webcam. And then I thought I'd try the Logitech Pro. But you see what happens? it just keeps doing that. So if I unplug it, plug it back in, see, the color looks good. A little bit different, but this is a 4K, all right? But the quality is not that good. And it might be 1080p, I don't know. But I haven't adjusted any of the levers or slides, for this. This is just straight out. And it's using the color code that the Mac wants to portray. So it's just a quick thing. I can do a rotating one where I don't, yeah. So this is on a different one. But you see, I got a counter right there. I go to camera. Aha. There we go. And you see, then I'm up like right here. Then here's 3, but this is something else. So this should be cam length 3. There we go. And you see that's 5, 4, 6. And then of course this is 4. So go up here, cam length 4. All right. Depending where the pets are. So this is rotating. And you'll notice I don't have any FaceTime or any, that product review table was real quick. So I might just knock that out of the rotation. And I have it on for like 15 seconds each. Give it a little bit of view. That camera will stay stationary. My roving camera right here, which I have it on a Rode pedestal, which is metal. It's for microphones, right? XLR. But I use it for the camera. But this one right here, I can rotate. I can turn it back toward me if I want to. It's kind of like my mobile device, whatever. But that's what I do. Okay? And that was very short. So if we go back here, if I pause, and then I look at it, let's look at the information. Oh, it's only on for 5 seconds. So I can add 15, let's say. And it's in the center. Go to the next scene when finished. Auto start. And that should be 0. Okay. So you see, the timer is now 10. Now, I am going to pause it again. All right. Just to show you. Now I'm going to have a background. So you're going to have a color. You're going to have gradient. See, you have a blue, you have a red, you have a green. Gives it a little different shade, okay? So you can do different things. You can have motion, color. I just have color. That's good enough. So I see if I take it away, you can still see it. The only thing is I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to text margin just a little bit. See what it did? And then save it. And it's unlocked, so you have to make sure it's unlocked before you do any setting changes, because then it messes everything else up. And you see, this is a 20-second timer. This is 20 seconds for a puppy. But if they're not there, then I don't usually use this. Okay. And last but not least is the last one. And she was there all night. So that's pretty good. They're all about 20 seconds. Except for the first one, which is 15. And see, and I put a little shaded area back there just so you can see it. Okay? So I got this finally squared. It's looking good. I like it better where it's located. That way I don't put my head underneath the top. So I'll go back to what I'm talking about. So if I go to the product review table, sorry about that. Bring my mic over here. Do something like this. I can show it. I can, this is at 28. I can move it back to 14 just to show everything that I need to show. And I usually put the mic on top of this camera, but just for, this camera right here. But just for showing, I just have it here for now. Okay. So I want to show off the Nikon DF. I want to show off the 500 millimeter PF 5.6E PFED. It's an AFS Nikkor. I'm loving this lens. So I'm going to be, I used it on the D500 with a crop sensor camera, 1.5 or 1.5 crop. This is a full frame. So I want to show the difference between full frame and crop, on pictures. And this is just a 16 megapixel camera. The batteries suck. They don't last long. I'm charging it again. I found out that I need a different adapter if I'm going to charge it in the camera. So that's unfortunate. I didn't get the adapter to it. I just got the cable. But this is at 14. And now it's at 28 millimeter. And I'm going to get my phone. Because I gotta find out what this is. Yeah, this is the S5 2X. Okay. I knew it was somewhere. I just can't, with all these nomenclatures and cameras, you just don't know where they are. And I just bring the mic back here. And then here I am. Okay. So it's just showing you a little bit of what you can do. I got 5 cameras, all right? There's only one problem. If you want to add a webcam, it freezes. You have to unplug it. So I'm going to put this back where I found it. It's good with the PC. I already got the software and stuff in it. Just want to try just to show you some of the difficulties that come up when you have a system like that. And I mean, video quality looks better on 4K, but I can still see some lighting problems. So if I go over here and let's say, oh, I'm recording. So I'm at 60 frames per second. I think this is 4K 30. That's why you see. But if I get closer, see, you see a lot of noise. Okay, and I got good lighting and stuff, as you can see with the other cameras. It's just that if I go to the LG Ultrafine, and you see it froze again. Right, that time it worked. But if I go to a cam link, all right, and then go back to the Brio, well, it's working this time. I don't know. But like I said, the video quality is a lot worse with the webcam. So the only thing I would use it for is a product review. Okay, so this is at 4K. This is 1080p. Okay, you can still see it. There is some noise, but it looks a lot better than the 4K. I mean, this is okay. If you're watching this on your, yeah, you won't see the difference if you're watching it on your cell phone or something like that. But it's working now. So whatever I said before, it's like a hit and miss. And maybe the computer is learning, hey, wait a minute, this is a camera. Let's not mess it. Nice thing with webcam is I got it connected to a USB 3 hub, and I'm not using an Elgato Camlink 4K, which converts USB transferring and power to HDMI cable through your camera. And that's the only thing. But I just want to show you different options of what you can use. Let's go back to here. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Oh, let me take off the options, live demo mode. Let's go through the cameras. S5 IIX, S9, that's the S5 II. There's another S9. This is the 1080p webcam and the LG Ultrafine. And this is my Logitech Brio that freezes, which I'm going to take away. 4K. So if this is the only thing you have, you just have to... I mean, it's good if you don't change it. I don't think this thing overheats, but it's very finicky, as you can see. So anyway, bye folks. Have a wonderful day.